Hi everybody, it's Friday. I can't believe it's been a few days since I've been on here. I'm telling you, it's bloody hot here in Oklahoma. In fact, yesterday it was hotter here in Oklahoma than it was down in Texas. And that's saying something. So I'm not going to sit out here too long. But I wanted to talk a little bit about changes. Why are we so reluctant to make changes in our lives? Especially when we know we need to. I've been watching a lot of people on TV who are nomads, that live in their vans, that live in their mobile homes. And I thought at one point I wanted to do that. I thought I could do that. Yes, I could do that. But then the more I was away from home doing craft shows and powwows, different events, and sleeping in my truck, and don't get me wrong, I like sleeping in my truck. I figured that being a nomad would not be the thing for me. I like stability. I like a roof over my head. I like the comfort of coming and going as I please. Food in my refrigerator, washer and dryer. All the comforts of home. But why are we reluctant to make those changes that we know we should, or we think we should? Well, because we don't always need to make those changes. Yeah, I can see, all right, you're overweight, you want to lose some weight. All right, I can see you wanting to do that. I can see you working hard at it because I believe in you. Why are we reluctant to allow love to come into our hearts? We're good at giving it. Give it to every stranger that comes along. Hugs are free. Smiles are free. But why are we reluctant to accept love? I've been thinking about this for a long time. I didn't think I was one that didn't accept love easily, because I guess I really wasn't realizing that I'm still deep in grief. It's not an excuse. But when my son died, when he was murdered, and then 2 years later when my daughter died, my life came to a screeching halt. I didn't see it as coming to an abrupt stopping of everything in my life. I thought, oh, I'm stronger than that. I'll get through this. And most days I am. Every day is different. It'll never get better. I'll never be the same person I was when those babies were alive. And they weren't even babies. Gosh, my daughter was 47. My son was 50. I still miss them. But I'm wondering, there are many of us that deal with as parents who've outlived their children. Does this be an excuse for us not to accept love? No. Don't let it be an excuse. Don't let it be an obstacle. If somebody says they love you, accept that. Be grateful. Because there are going to be few and far between that will say it to you. I guarantee it. You can say it to other people every day of your life. But if someone says it to you, do you accept it? Do you really believe it? See, that's part of change in our lives. It doesn't hurt to be kind to people. It doesn't hurt to be nice to somebody. It doesn't hurt to help somebody when you can. There's a lot of nastiness going on in this world. We don't have to be part of it. We can watch it from afar. We don't have to get into it smack dab in the middle of it with both feet. Watch it from afar. It's all part of change. Does life get easier? Life gets different. It's bloody hot out here today. But I'm grateful. Not for the bugs, not for the critters that come in here, but I'm grateful. Yes, I had another possum in the house the other night. Well, 3 nights ago. I had done something I don't normally do, and I fixed some watermelon in a bowl. I took it in my bedroom, crawled up on my bed, and ate it. And didn't want to come back out in the kitchen, so I set the bowl on the floor. It wasn't too long after I turned the lights out, I heard this noise. I thought, gosh, am I just hearing something in my sleep? But now, a few minutes later, I heard the noise again. I turned on my light, and there is a full-grown possum. Now, this is about the 6th or 7th possum this year, since January, I've had in my house. And we've gone through this place, one end to the other, filling up every hole with expandable foam. And this one still found its way in. Now, I think part of that's my fault, because I have a habit at night of leaving my door open. It lets the cool air in. Just feels good. And I'm good to, go take a shower, wrap up in a towel, come back out and sit on the step. Who knows what gets in this house when I do stuff like that. So I got up from watching him crawl into the bed and went out and got the live trap. Got it all set up with sardines and a piece of watermelon rind and some peanut butter. So I set it down by the foot of the bed where I could see it. And he kept wanting to get out of the bedroom, and I didn't want him to get out of the bedroom. Because you see, those little critters, they're good for eating ticks and stuff, but they'll eat your wiring too. God's honest truth, I've had that happen. So, he evaded the trap all night. Next day I got up, and I knew he was sound asleep because they're nocturnal. And got on Monday day. Absolutely forgot all about him. Didn't hear from him that night. So sleep just went right over my head. Just forgot all about him. Well, not last night, but the night before. Again, it's late. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. I want to go to sleep. Turn out the light. And I hear this noise. I turn on the light. Now I have a vanity in my bedroom, antique vanity. In the middle of the antique vanity is a kerosene lantern. It's an old one. It has one of those glass globes on top of it, like a lampshade. And here he was behind that kerosene lantern, and he was real still. And I said, I see you. And all of a sudden that little head just went right up into that shade real slow, like, can't see me now. I'm telling you, I was laughing so hard at that little critter. So I reached over and grabbed him by the tail, picked him up, and I walked him right outside. Well, about that time, thunder and lightning started. So I let him go out in the grass. I knew he was going to find his way back, but I thought, all right, little one, leave this house. I'm done with the possums in this house. Hawk Hotel, food for everybody. It's kind of funny. You see, that little critter didn't want change. That little critter was happy being in this house, finding food wherever it could find it. I just didn't want them in the house. They are destructive. They pee all over everything. They mess all over everything. You got to find out where they're messing, clean that up, disinfect everything. Make sure they haven't eaten any wires. It just... changes happen for everything and everybody. So let me ask you this. What is the one thing in your life that you want to change? What will it take for you to change? What do you need to happen for a change to take place? A friend of mine and I are talking over finances, and, you know, both of us working to get out of debt. And I'd gotten out of debt once, and I'll get out of debt again. And a lot of had to do with my family. But that's okay. I want my own home. Am I too old to have my own home? No, but I am going to have the home I want. Don't know where it's going to be. Don't know how I'm going to get it, but I know I'm going to get there. That's a change for me. It will be hard. I've lived here for 23 years. Now, when I first moved out here, I sat down here at the bottom of those steps, and it was dark, and I was sitting here praying, and I said, Grandfather, I don't know why you put me out here. I don't like mobile homes, but I'm here, and I guess I'll stay here till I learn something about myself that I need to learn. And I had my feet in the ground, wiggling my toes in the dirt, and I thought, okay, well, I'm going to be here about 6 months to a year. I've been here for 23 years. 23 years this last month. Will it be hard for me to move? I don't know. Be pretty exciting. It's not going to happen for a while, not for a few years yet. Learn to accept love in your life. If I say to you, I love you, I appreciate you, I've got your back, you can take that to the bank just like money. But a new person coming in your life that you don't know from Adam can say, I love you. Do you accept it? Or do you hold them at arm's length? I think for me, I hold them at arm's length because I just don't want any more pain. I don't want any more emotional pain. If I want to see emotional pain, all I gotta do is listen to the news. Listen to this government. Watch these people just tear each other apart. Life's not supposed to be like that. Oh, it's not supposed to be seen through rose-colored glasses 24 hours, 7 days a week. Once in a while, that's okay. So, my darlings, I'm going back in where it's cool because I don't like it out here in this humid weather. Have a magical weekend. Make it a phenomenal weekend. Make your weekend as awesome as you are. But most of all, be authentic. I love you, my darlings.